What are you saving up for, Millsy?
And what? The grind or real money?
The grind.
The grind, Taurus.
Well, just so you know, T seems to have been infectious, and now Vinny's Andromeda doesn't have the ability to turn itself off either. So, at the moment, it seems like all constellations are broken to where you can't shut the engine off.
That's the Andromeda, the known one. But the Connie, the one, the
Taurus is like that too, by the way.
Is it? I've not heard anyone have like that issue. I hope it gets fixed.
Connies in general all need a rework. They are so old.
Yep.
That's why I was trying to debate like what would be better for them. If they're doing like a Mark II version of it, they're not going to really fix their code by reworking it, because I mean I'm sure a lot of people aren't going to like spend real money to buy a ship that they already own already in the game. So I feel like it'd be better just to give everyone a free upgrade from the Andromeda now to the 2.0 version.
Well, the ones we have now are already Mark Vs.
There's only there's a bug that I hope that doesn't get fixed that's affecting my friend. The bug is that he joined at Free Fly and his hangar bugged out, and now he's got a ship there that he hopes that never gets right. So it's like help him start the game.
He took all of my stuff.
It does not own a game package. But can still play the game.
That's weird. They made me buy it.
I was looking through my hangar, and I don't have any ships that have the game package on it either. I was trying to figure out which one.
And swapped it.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out which one actually had my game package attached to it. And I was looking through all of them, and I'm like, I don't see it on any of these.
No, but that's the. But there's like no account. There's no game package, no LTIs, no CCUs, nothing. It's just a blank account.
Oh.
The hangar's actually bugged out. So the ships that he got in the Free Fly is still there.
That's good for him.
Yeah, but it'll be gone at right. So only downside will be gone at right.
I'd say if it deals with money, it'll be fixed eventually.
Yeah. So guy in house chat, RGB's chat. I don't know if you met RGB.
Kind of. I saw when he was talking to you in your stream the other day. Who picked Cruel when the elevators starting to break? I didn't do it.
I don't believe you.
Yeah.
Not by
You get within 300 meters of a station and you break it.
That station was broken before we got there.
You broke my hangar.
No, broke my hangar. I was just all fine and dandy in hangar 2, and you're like, oh, I want to steal it.
Have you seen my fleet? It's the best fleet about.
Wait, seen your what?
My fleet.
No.
It's funny. It's the funniest fleet about.
Well, you just got like 50 Furies?
No. No, it's a lack of fleet that's the funny thing.
He's got a cutlass.
No, and it's in the Star Citizen chat.
Oh, nice. Hey man, it's not bad.
It's a start.
Yep. Vulture's a good ship to have in your fleet, though.
Definitely.
I'm sure you have more ships than me. I just have the Vulture, the C1, and the Corsair.
The Titan's a game package, and my friend got.
Did you find scrap metal without contracts? Feel strong to me?
Through the impound loyalty, got.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
It's
Yeah, check out
definitely
my
easy.
fleet
How you doing
loyalty.
tonight, Cisa? Sorry if I butchered your name.
Is that the Hull C? The Hull C?
No,
Is that the bigger one? Or that's
that is the Endeavor.
Vulture, nothing. Nothing.
I still can't believe there's some ships that make the Hammerhead look like a medium-sized ship. Like I don't
Vulture, Zeus. Oh, you got Zeus.
I don't see how they're going to have that many people in the game to run one ship, let alone multiple of that ship.
Cattle Rambler, I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of Cattle Rambler. That fucking Endeavour is fucking huge.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you do with that?
Anything you want.
Are
It
you
has all
going to
kinds of
meet us,
different modules.
Lucifer, or should I meet you somewhere?
So many modules.
Yeah, so there's anything from like medical to science to hydroponics to component overclocking. Like there's all kinds of shit that you can put on that thing.
Oh. I want to try it.
There's a big ass space telescope that you can put on it, so you can do
Space telescope.
interstellar mapping. Yup.
It's cool.
Is it just for fun or make money through it?
I mean, most of it would probably be just for fun, but you might be able to make some money off of it if it was based on a mission. Like, it's not in game.
Ah.
Not even a glimmer in anybody's eye right now. Like, it's a $350 JPEG.
The end of the field, come up and drop off? Okay. I feel like this little yellow armor looks like they just ripped it off from Gears of War.
I mean, Scorpius looks like an X-Wing.
Yeah, kind of.
Oh. The Vulture is a direct comparison to a ship in Elite because they did a design battle against developers for Elite Dangerous, and they both did a concept build for a salvage vehicle, and it was basically the same thing.
How old is Elite Dangerous?
It's been around for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's also a direct ripoff of the Venture from EVE Online. To work. Yeah, Eve calls it the Venture. I didn't realize that Elite Dangerous also had a similar ship, though. That's kind of funny that every single one of them had it.
Yeah, it's not really hard for people to come up with reasons to do copyright strikes and try to sue people over designs and stuff when things start looking so similar. It's hard to argue that you can fully make something your own anymore because there are so many similarities in design. And
Like the Apollo looks like the USS Voyager.
yeah, like there's just so many things RSI as a design language was based off of Star Trek. So
I can see that.
it's like Chris Roberts' whole dream is to make his own little version of Star Trek.
The Constitution, we got the constellations.
Although, to be fair, do you think you would sell the game if someone from Star Trek was like, would you like to have it as like an official game?
I don't know. Everybody's got a price. But
Right. I mean, he sold off Wing Commander.
yeah.
Oh, that was his
Wing
IP too?
Commander did him a lot of good, though.
Yeah, he created Wing Commander too.
I'm really excited to see how Squadron turns out. I feel like part of it's going to be like too much fidelity, not enough game. But I also am just excited for a game that has some very serious storyline and some plot and some
For what game?
the single player that they're making in the
Squadron
background.
42?
Yeah.
You haven't really seen too much like story inside of this mode, so it is going to be interesting to see if they can pull off a story mode. Oh, ow. Ow.
You go do
Alright,
some
fine,
Vaughn
Miss Rudy.
missions.
You can have that box there.
Some Vaughn missions or work for Miles Eckhart over in Loreville. They got some lore.
Make you panic there?
It's making you panic.
Yeah, does it make you panic?
Thanks. I'm just trying to get them out of the ship, that way I can add like the next 13 in here too. Hey, thanks so much for subscribing. Oh, worry. Yeah, honestly, Angela, whatever you feel comfortable playing with people, you're welcome to join us. You do it, we'll see.
What's wrong?
Did you bring a vulture or what are you in?
A vulture.
Nice.
Just that I'm about to take a break, so I'm just skipping off before I go break.
I don't know, I feel like with the amount of vultures that we have getting panels and everyone found like a decent panel area, I feel like we're going to be able to fill this up relatively quickly.
Don't think it's got anything. Might need to check.
What are you talking about?
Just having fun.
You were like tiny next to that panel. That's weird.
Yeah, those panels actually look massive when a human's next to them.
Yeah, I think we've all realised that the panels are a bit empty.
I like the silver armor. I went ahead and bought the ultimate ascension kit. I won a Ursa medvac the other day in a giveaway, so I figure I can put it into my torso when I do bunkers. Respawning there should be recover armor when I die. Well, there you go. That's smart.
Hey, and now you have your ascension set too.
Now, just so you know, some bunkers have their own local inventory. I think they're getting rid of it in the next update.
Yep.
But for the time being, you should be able to click start and just like, or sorry, not start, click I. And sort of how ships have like a vehicle tab, you'll have a local tab, and you can just drag their undersuit over to the local tab, and it'll drag everything over to your local inventory. And then when you get to your ship, you offload.
Yeah, all that.
Or if you forget about it, it will go back to your home station whenever you change it in the next update.
All of the inventory stuff is about to change.
Yep.
Yeah, you can't be too complacent and just know how everything works. Then people would get bored. You gotta break it first.
Right, be right back.
Seems like with your reputation, you'd be pretty good at CIG then.
Right?
Hey, if it's working right, people get bored. If it's working bad, people find entertainment because it'll start laughing when things break. Or they'll get angry. And then they'll still get free publicity. Alright, I think I'm finally unloaded.
I'm honestly just curious to see how bad the murder hobo rampage is going to be.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of
One
inventory
Pyro.
changes. I understand some changes are done for immersion, but I think sometimes developers forget they're making a game when immersion just impedes fun. It's a bad idea. Yeah, supposedly they're going to have like a whole bathroom system too, so I don't know if it's going to be like sort of like how Sims does it, or how they're actually going to manage that inside the game. Because then are they going to like be realistic enough to where eventually you have to actually like empty up out the restrooms inside your ships like an RV or something? That'd be kind of crazy.
Gonna have your black tank and your gray tank and oh man. No, it's just a hatch that you'll open up while you're in quantum. It'll say eject excrement. You can only do it while you're in quantum though, so it spreads out across and doesn't just stay in one spot.
Okay, I guess you can have my panel.
Yeah, I'm back.
Were you trying to steal my panel?
That was the one that I left.
Oh, my bad. I'm just finishing it off for you.
I'm pretty sure that was the one I left at least.
Yeah, it was like 80-some%.
Yeah.
Sounds like a trap to me.
Well, the funny thing is I was like perfectly lined up with it that I just saw his little laser beam just come sliding on through, just grabbing the panel.
Yoink.
You weren't gonna finish that, were you?
Oh, no material. That one's empty. And it's empty. I will say though, if you're planning on filling up like a caterpillar, for example, or anything bigger than a caterpillar, it's definitely best if you're playing with people. Trying to fill up one of these massive ships by yourself will take several hours. Which I mean, I guess if you have water, it's not too bad. But
you're being generous.
It takes several hours.
I think hours is a generous accusation.
Think so?
I think you'll probably be working for a couple days. Unless you're doing like consistent like 10, 12 hours straight and, you know, server performance prohibiting.
As long as you get lucky and find like a bunch of like really high number areas, you'll be good. But luck is the thing that eventually runs out. Hold on, that one's not done yet.
Oh, it did take us, what, was it 3 hours to fill up the cat last time?
I think so, yeah. So I guess it would be 9 hours if you're doing it by yourself. Took me hours to fill one bay out of 5. Oh, really? Alright, so maybe I underestimated the time it takes. I don't remember when we started, but let's say we're now, so if we actually fill it up by like 6 o'clock, then I think we're doing good. By the way, Vinny, I talked Al into joining us for that looter shooter game that I was telling you about.
Oh, nice.
What game was it?
Level 0 Extraction. It released during the Steam, or no, the beta released during like the Steam Fest or whatever. It was interesting, but I couldn't ever actually play the aliens since there was just so many people trying to do it. And the aliens were a little overpowered during that, so I don't know how it's going to work. But it's like, there's sort of like Tarkov, how it's in arena mode where you spawn in and you have to like loot a bunch to have like a decent kit. On top of that, you have to go against players, you have to go against the AI robots, and then you have to go against aliens. And you have to like manage like light sources to like try to keep the aliens away, even though the aliens have like an EMP. It's an interesting idea. It sort of depends if it actually works out or not. But related when it says salvage heads, there are 3 things there. What is the percent on the left? The percentage is how much of the panel is left over. So if you're like getting every single piece that you possibly can, that percentage will go down to 0%. A lot of time you might end up like 5% left or something unless you like really meticulously like get every single crack that you can. Did you upgrade your ship to have the Brayer heads, or do you have the standard heads on yours?
They took out the options.
Do what?
The other options for mining heads.
No, they didn't.
For purchase?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can still buy them.
So they took out the option on Urkel, but you can go to her L5 and buy them.
For the Reclaimer too?
I assume so. You can buy the Brayer heads.
I don't know about the Reclaimer.
Because the Reclaimer used to have different options too.
So it's at Platinum Bay in her L5. I don't know if you'd be able to buy the different heads there, but you can for the Vulture.
Yeah, you can get them in Area 18 too, down at Dumper's Depot.
Sure, love that place.
Yeah, I wouldn't use the trawler. It just wastes too much.
Code doesn't let you change mining or salvage things you can change, and mining leases on Arco either. Yeah, I don't know why. It's kind of weird. But the rest of the website works. It's just like the mining stuff glitched out, so I don't know if they just had an update, like broke it, or what happened with it. Trying to do bounty hunting and checking cargo, but the AI likes the RAM. Yes, it does, buddy. I totally agree with that. That's what we were doing until we got rammed, actually. And then we ended up salvaging. I'm guessing you're doing one of the higher end bounties? Seems like whenever you get to the stage where there's bigger ships involved, they seem to like to be a little bit more rammy. Alright, 2% good enough. Hello, Najib. How you doing tonight?
Hello, Najib.
Or this morning, whatever time zone you're in. Nope, the big ship's still rammed. Yeah, that's what happened to us too. That's why I kind of have a setup on my Corsair. I don't know if it will work or not, because a lot of people don't use the scatterguns. But I had the theory that maybe the scatterguns are sort of to prevent the people from like ramming into you. Morning here? Gotcha. It's 4:30 here where I live. Yeah, we're doing good. We're just mining a bunch of stuff right now. We're trying to fill up a caterpillar. I think we got 4 different vultures running. It's working out fairly good for us so far.
I think we've almost filled up a compartment.
Nice. Oh yeah.
I saw Lucifer stacking up the boxes.
I don't know if you ever answered me or not. Did you ever actually say what your favorite ship was?
Oh, me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, I have a couple, for different purposes. When it comes to just running around and doing general A to B stuff, I really like the Spirit. I like the C1. I don't know if the Zeus is going to be much better, but if it's as good, or if I like the design more, then I'll probably swap over to the Zeus. I really like the Raft. The Raft is amazing.
I really like that ship too.
The Raft, you said?
Yep, the Argo Raft.
Yes, that's a good design interior.
Mm-hmm.
Now I was saying I don't know if the scatterguns would be good for like ships that try to ram you or not, because it fills up the sky with a bunch of lasers. So I mean, in theory, it'll work.
I think if they've got a direct path already set, it's not really much swaying.
Stupid meteorite. Yeah, we had one earlier, like completely sliced us in half. A little 600i.
Oh, so you know that in the interior of the raft, you can grab that teddy bear off the shelf?
Oh, really?
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's a physical item that you can grab.
Corsair Pisces and F7A, of course. Yeah, I knew that for you, Lucifer.
Corsair used to have a flask on the counter behind the napkin tray.
That's not there anymore?
Really?
Most of the time, I have not seen it. I don't know if it's just bugging out when it spawns in, but...
So now I was wondering what was better ship for the new cargo hauling. Maybe I was thinking to upgrade my pledge to a Cutlass. I think the Cutlass Black is a pretty solid ship. A lot of people seem to like it.
A good jack of all trades.
I
It doesn't
really
have
love
the most
Cutlass
cargo
Blue.
space though, so I don't know like how large of a scale you're wanting to do.
I mean, the most you would really want to do would be like medium cargo missions, because like anything past that, you're getting into like 500 plus SCU, and that would take way too long with a Cutty.
That's why like the Freelancer has a lot more storage, but it's also a lot more expensive ship. Although you can get a Vulture and like earn enough money to get that ship relatively quickly. As long as you actually find your panels, not lost like me.
Yeah.
Now, hold on, let me get close to you guys again.
I don't know, specifically for cargo hauling.
I mean,
You
honestly,
do a
the
whole
C1's
A.
a pretty good one too, but that's also a little bit more expensive than the Cutlass Black.
A hull A is pretty cheap, relatively.
Freelancer Max.
The Cutlass just doesn't have that big of a cargo hold, but it's good for like a combat mission as well. So if you're looking for like an all-rounder, the Cutlass is a good like middle ground. A lot of people also go with like the Avenger Titan, but once again, that's not really a good cargo holding ship. Now, depending on if you're playing by yourself or not, if you get like a group of people who play with you, it's honestly not too hard to grind out to get a Cutlass. I think it's like 2.3 million or 2.1 million or something. Unless you're just waiting to have like a guaranteed ship that'll spawn every single season, even through like the season wipes. By the way, Angel said, what makes the raft special?
What makes it special?
Yeah.
I think it's just a character thing for me. I love the design language of it. I love the fact that it just feels very industrial.
Yeah.
It doesn't fly like other ships.
It's very clean and bright. Like it's all stainless steel and bright orange and
Yeah.
it has what, 96, just like the Andromeda, right?
Correct. And in 324, they did officially fix that cargo grid so you can place any size box.
Ah, nice.
It doesn't bug out if you put like an 8 SCU on one end and you can't put anything on the other.
Made to break it for you?
The last time I tried using it, it was at an illicit terminal, and it wouldn't even fill it because it wasn't supplying in the right amount of size of boxes.
Mm-hmm.
Is there an actual like cargo hauling mission? I thought you were talking about just buying material and like selling it that way.
There are cargo hauling missions too. The new ones aren't in yet, but there are ones for like just general box delivery at the moment. It's little 1/8 SCU containers that you pick up with your hands and take over to your ship.
For now, I'm assuming his Cutlass Black that would probably be able to do most of that.
Even hearing about those boring quests are just putting me to sleep.
Yeah, if you're doing like a bunch of delivery missions in one go, then you're definitely going to want like bigger cargo space. Freelancer Max is probably like the middle ground when it comes to those kind of ships though. So you're going to get a lot more storage capacity, or even a C1.
Yeah, C1's really good. Really fast.
Yeah. I was trying to like loot me and Vinny's body one time because I think we crashed into something and we got shot down. And this dude was like trying to jump me while he was fighting like a bunch of NPCs, and I was able to escape. I didn't have any engines left over, but I was able to escape. Here we go. Ooh, even better. 3.
Yeah, I found a nice little pocket over here.
Ooh, I just found 3 large panels. Is the Fula a new ship? You're doing bounties, Drixer? You know that we're doing bounties. We did a good bit earlier. Which ranking are you in the bounties? At a certain point, you are going to need to like step up to a higher end ship in order to handle most of them.
Yeah, there's going to be a limit. Okay.
Especially if you have a stock ship. You're definitely going to need to upgrade it if it's mostly stock components. But at a certain point, you just have to step up to one of the bigger ships. If you're into like the VHRTs or the ERTs, you just have to have one of the more endgame style ships. HRTs? Yeah, that's when you're starting to get a little tough.
But I want to do an ERT with my base component Aurora. Oh, sorry about that.
I want to take my Vulture into one. It might take me a while.
They really need to just change the Vulture and turn it into a Super Turtle. I want them to put like size 5 cannons on this dude and just turn it into a tank. You mess with the Vulture, you get blown up and scrapped.
Right. Yeah, I've taken quite a few ships out with a Vulture.
And stuff too, because I mean they can literally scrap ships after they blow them up.
Now you know what we need to do. We need to drop some A2 bombs out in the atmosphere and then catch them with an SRV and throw them at people.
But to answer your question on the hauling mission, the ones that I've done in the past, I think I've had like, I don't know, 10, maybe 15 boxes in one mission. So the Cutlass should be fine for that. It's just the delivery missions sometimes are like very involved and it's not very rewarding. However, the easiest way to make money is to also haul cargo, which you can buy and sell relatively easily. Hold on. So if you go to that website, it'll tell you exactly like what the material is, and then it'll also tell you how much of that material you're able to haul together in whatever ship class you want. So you compare the profit of the different ship classes, then you can sort of get a gist on which ship you think would be best suited for you. SCU is the amount of cargo space that you have, so you can like sort of get the gist of what each ship's able to do. Though it's not necessarily true, since the website doesn't list like stacking in areas that you're not supposed to stack in. But it gives you a decent gist. But yeah, like Najib said, it's not really needed to buy the Cutlass Black since it is a fairly cheap ship. However, I will say, if you're brand new to the game, I would probably first try to grind out enough to buy like a Vulture and then use that to pay for other ships. So I mean, an hour worth in a Vulture salvaging panels, you'll get about 500,000, and then you can use that. So 5 hours of gameplay of just salvaging panels will pay for the Vulture in full, and also pay for a new ship. For example, Cutlass at 2.1 million.
Why am I floating away? What the fuck? Lucifer, did you bump me? I was decoupled.
It's not good.
Now I'm floating away. It's okay. They will fix.
Might share a humble suggestion. If you're willing to pledge a new ship, I would recommend Vulture. With one, you can grind money and buy your shipping game. That is true.
I don't have the Vulture for sale right now, though.
Well, that's another good point. However, you can rent a freelancer for 63,000 in-game money, and basically just use that website to either sell barrel or gold, and you'll be able to make your money back in a. It'll take a little bit since you're not really able to move too much at a time. So I'd probably do gold with that strategy, but you'll still be able to make money enough to slowly start accruing more. Oh, Angel said the Vulture is for sale as a standalone.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's but you can also go to grey market. There's that a common issue with the grey market.
Oh, what the fuck happened now?
I assume they put it back on the marketplace, Vinny, since so many new people want it. It's probably a fairly easy ship. Well, I'm actually kind of surprised it's not a starter ship, to be honest. Still
yeah, they should offer it as a starter package.
For, like, the Sulin. But yeah, especially since it helps like so many new people. Even experienced players. Seems like a lot of people prefer this over the Reclaimer.
Yeah, the Reclaimer's just too big. Like, it's such a pain to position it and get it in the right spot.
After I seen those pictures that Al sent me, the Reclaimer does not look big at all. The Reclaimer and Hammerhead look like little toys. Which is insane.
Have you been in one?
I have been in one, yes. Have you seen the pictures of how much bigger the ships they're planning on adding are?
Oh yeah. But the biggest one that we're going to be able to own in-game is a Javelin. Like, that. There's even bigger ones than that.
The Pegasus.
The Retribution.
That's why it's just crazy to think that some of these very large ships are actually like very small in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
Still don't understand how they're even going to justify having a ship hold 65 people. I don't get that part. Claimer is a massive ship, don't get me wrong, it's just they have even more massive ships coming. Like, one of them actually holds 65 people.
Hydrogen fuel is at 75%.
Now, to get 65 people, like, coordinated together, that's going to be, like, a totally different ordeal. I don't think that's ever going to happen. It might happen in, like, some role-playing communities. Oh, cool.
There's a lot of big-ass orgs out there, though.
There
They
is,
do
but
a lot of very big group
having like
things
enough
with,
people like
20,
stay
30
quiet
people
enough
at
for
one
people
time.
to give orders, I don't know if that would happen.
Different Discord channels. Hell, we could go back to the days of TeamSpeak if we really want to.
Use the vulture to buy my Taurus. But man, I suck. The Taurus isn't necessarily the best for combat, though. Is that what you're using for the HRTs?
I mean, if you have a turret gunner.
Because the Andromeda is the one that has like the slightly more like missiles and stuff on it. It's available as a standalone on SIG's website, and it's also available as an upgrade to a starter ship package. Oh. I mean, upgrade for the Mustang.
Oh, here.
Hey, what's up?
Ooh.
Nothing much, just panel pointing. Those panels don't pound themselves.
Oh, they don't?
I just tried to kill myself.
Did you?
Alright, I almost walked outside with my helmet off earlier.
Oh, that's what I did.
I always do that.
What were you melting for, Broccoli?
I needed a drink.
Yeah, I do wish that they had a little bit more like third-person capabilities for combat. That's I'm a little bit more comfortable with that, so hopefully that'll be a thing one day.
I figured out how to use the gimbal on the keep mouse and keyboard.
Hey, just hold G.
You don't have to hold it.
Yep.
Well, it's more of a toggle, but yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to hold it.
They can't see the asteroids? Yeah. Yeah, you gotta watch out for those. What ship are you doing in your HRTs, Grix?
I'll be right back.
Okay. You do it, just been unfortunate with staining. Ah, gotcha. Do you at least have a turret gunner, or are you doing everything solo? Well, it's not necessarily your fault whatever things like crash into you, especially for like the kamikaze ships. Hopefully that's fixed eventually. You don't think it's going to be fixed?
You're hoping for a lot, aren't you?
I mean, to be fair, most people don't expect their captain to immediately like crash into another ship on purpose. And he is seemingly trying to be realistic, so maybe it'll be patched out.
No, the AI can't even figure out master like.
Constellation Land is the most palatable stuff. Oh, is it the most palatable stuff? I'm sorry about your friend rage quitting on you.
That stream's decent. Very weird, man. This game is annoying. No, I want to equip my salvage gun. Not my gun. pyro tool. Equip the pyro tool, not the pen. I'm gonna. Do I need to drop it? Is it bugged or something?
It took me a minute to figure out how to swap to scan mode. After I swapped to Emily, it didn't happen in like the mouse wheel section. I had to click V to actually swap to it.
Have you tried it, Emily?
I tried it a little bit. I still need to like do some stuff to like fine tune it so it's like a little bit more responsive. But sometimes you have to say that a command a few times for it to actually like pick up. But I was told the I can't remember what they called it.
Yeah,
the thing that like gives you a score. He said to try to lower that to see if it actually listens to commands better.
The guy develops is great.
Yeah, he's real nice. Hopefully I'll be able to catch him tomorrow and be able to sit down with him and fine tune it. So I don't want to make a video on it without me being able to like fully explain how to get it like dialed in, because I know people are just going to immediately ask me for it, expecting me to know everything instead of going to the developer. I'll go back to my Vulture because I want to buy another ship. Oh, you're welcome to join in on the Vulture gang if you want to. What ship are you going to save up for, the Grix? Oh, you want to go for the Reclaimer? That one's going to be a very, very interesting ship for you. Some people like it. A lot of people don't like how big it is. Yeah, that's definitely more of a crude one. If you like it because of the storage capacity, you're just mainly wanting it for like cargo hauling and stuff, the C2 is actually pretty good for it. And it's a little easier to manage as a 1 or 2 person crew. You won't be able to salvage stuff with it though. So we did actually get the Reclaimer 2 snap correctly. It's just sometimes the servers will be bugged out and your ship won't actually have the cargo grid snapping. So I think you just might have had bad luck the last time you used it, Broccoli. First time I brought my Vulture, it did the same thing where I didn't have the cargo grid snapping. But other people were able to snap. Oh, they snapped just on top? I think they snapped on top for us last time we used it. It was a couple days ago. Yeah, we're by the printers. This is where we were stacking them at. I think so, at least. It's been a while. Maybe at least a couple days, or maybe a week. ERT? You talking about for regular bounty huntings or for Vaughn missions? Good little mine I found here.
Fuel is at 75%.
Regular? Gotcha. Yeah, I know a little bit about it. What's your question? If I don't have to answer, someone in this party has to answer at least. What problem are you running to, Angel? This is a scenario. I drop into a field, I scan around, I find 1800 RS signature, I approach, see a ton of markers, I get close to one, start salvaging. By the time I'm done, I look around and all the other pieces are gone. Yeah, sometimes it's just kind of hard to find like the other panels. Almost done with the rep to get it and seeing if the RNG is so bad with it now that it's almost not worth it, or if it's still worth hunting for. It's sort of like a hit or miss. Some nights we get like a decent amount of Weeble eggs, and other nights it doesn't seem like it's dropping too much at all. What do you think, Vinny? Did they definitely like lower the drop rates on ERTs that you've noticed?
From last patch, definitely.
Would you still say that it's worth it to farm ERTs?
I mean, probably. That and the bond missions.
Corsair is a good ship. You'll be able to man that by yourself or your side gunners. The only problem is the side gunners don't have very good like frontal view, so they'll be able to protect like the side and back of your ship much better than the front. However, you do have a lot of cannons up front, so you should be able to protect yourself relatively easily with it. And it has a decent cargo capacity too. That is true. The best meta is friends with friends. Oh, you make a lot of money. I will say that helps a ton to make money in the game. And also pass time. Yeah, the Corsair you should be able to at least take into VHRTs and maybe even ERTs if you have it like fully crewed. And it's good for PvP too.
Yeah.
So Erie, just so you know, the Carrack is one of those ships that are sort of like bugged out in the game, so most people don't like to use it at the moment. What was wrong with it, Vinny? I don't remember.
The Carrack?
Yeah.
What's not? Can't access the cargo grid in the new patch. The cargo doesn't open up to load anything.
What about on the new update? Still broken?
Yeah, it's like super broken in the next update.
Oh. The reason I don't want to go near blonde ones, just the prison that comes with it. It's not a fan, but we'll hustle the ERT out when I get it unlocked. It is a bummer. It's a really cool looking ship. People online, they used to say, what is the best ship in the game? The friendship. What are you up to, Al?
Just doing bounties.
Fun.
Managed to get VHRT unlocked tonight.
Nice.
Then I got
Got
rammed.
sliced in half by a 600i. I I don't know if it'll be fixed soon or not, Broccoli. It's having an issue since like 3.23. And apparently the next update too. So it might be a little bit before they actually fix that ship. Though being $1,000 starter package, I'm surprised they haven't put like a bigger priority of fixing it. Rock owners are a vocal bunch. I'm a good friend of one. I think it's definitely a good shit for like role playing. It'd be really cool once it actually works.
I'm trying to get ERT bounties on Al. So then Ghost can give the ERT bonds, and then Al can give ERT bounties.
There you
go. I would like to do some bounties after this. Get the wrap up. I'm staying awake today.
Like you're trying to do the whole like full 24-hour like sleep cleanse.
Yeah.
He's always doing that.
You say it body clock. It feels like I'm always doing it though. It's always fall back into the same old routine.
You got level 10. Figured that was a good place to stop tonight on the HD grind.
Such a good game.
Oh yeah, it is. Like I forgot how much I had fun with. No, it's funny. I think the players that I keep joining because I was like level 2. They're like, oh my god, and then I'm just like, I know what I'm doing, and I'm just running around and resin them, and they keep dying, and I'm just like, I'm gonna just go get resources while you guys are doing whatever over here.
I'm really wanting to do Sea of Thieves. We need more for a group. Like, they can't just be 2 of us.
Yeah, I know, but I've never had anyone to play the game, so it'd be cool to like just be able to group in it.
Yeah.
Mostly there's a lot of new contract. Mostly there's new content within the last 6 months, I guess, or something. Like there's like quest arcs and things.
Last time I played it was when Johnny Depp got in the whole.
Oh, so you haven't played it since the Curse of Monkey Island then?
There's also I want to play Deep Rock Galactic.
I have that one. I haven't played it, but I have it.
My boxes, how dare it?
That's the dwarf mining game.
Yeah, it's just so funny.
I like Sea of Thieves. Sort of like this game.
Yeah, where like you can do other things and not always have to fly or set.
Although I do think that they need, like, I don't know, a lot more tall tales or something, and they've sort of, like, fallen down on their stories so far lately.
The Telltale? Telltale? You talk about Telltale games?
No, the tall tales within
the
Sea of Thieves,
like the storylines.
Oh,
Like,
right. Oh, them. I don't know. So.
but that too. They
now
shut down and
now
came
they
back.
have a like a PvE mode, like a safe. I don't want to do that, but they have a safe. They have a safe seas to do just story now.
I think you make less profit in that mode too, by the way.
Yeah, I don't think you get like. Oh, I think it's just for getting, you know, the achievement type stuff done. Because, man, you know, getting that Curse of the Gold takes forever if you're doing all the tall tale.
Yeah, so many people have the broken yo-ho thing too.
I tried playing Sea Thieves for a while, but I couldn't get into it enough.
Just gotta the right people to like tickle your fancy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't getting the right amount of tickle, I think.
Oh, I can tickle pretty good.
I don't know, I just put a lot of hours into it and there still hasn't really been too much new added lately.
Definitely nothing new on the combat front, I don't think.
The only thing new is they added a new world event where you're able to claim a ship that breathes fire.
Yeah, you get the galleon or whatever. They have throwing knives now too.
Well, that's cool.
You have it, Vinny?
Sea of Thieves?
Yeah.
I think so.
I just can't believe after all this time they still haven't released like a bigger ship yet. Or the ability to like change the cannons or anything.
Yeah, like the
I thought Skull and Bones was going to push them
yeah.
to like innovate a lot more, but Skull and Bones didn't come
Skull
out
and
in
Bones
Best 8.
didn't even innovate themselves to do more.
Yeah, Skull and Bones ended up being such a fucking buzzkill.
Everyone wanted it to just be like, yes, finally you're taking the tech from the Black Flags. Frags. And just what we got, it's like, what? Did you even listen? Like, what? Like, you have like the resource and the code to kind of do it, and I don't know what they were doing. Like, trying to make an MMO or trying to make an adventure game. They definitely failed on the PvP side.
I will say sometimes, Grixer, it's not your fault you'll hit like invisible asteroids, but do you guys have any advice to people who are having a hard time doing combat in asteroid fields?
Slow down.
That's a good one. Slow down.
Spam tab.
That's another good one. Yeah.
Scanning.
Tab, you can at least see like the asteroids and stuff. How you doing? What gives?
Yeah, invisible ones are inevitable, but
Debt your spawn is Grim Hex.
Morning. Visible, just didn't see them because I was strafing. Ah, gotcha. Well, it also helps if you're in a little bit smaller ship too. Constellations aren't exactly the most maneuverable.
what's that? What he's? Oh, yeah. If that's what you're using.
He said he was using the Taurus. I don't know if he's still using it for that.
Oh, big chungus.
I just realized my push to talk button. I've probably been responding and no one's been listening to me for a while.
Yeah,
no, we heard you about the Sea Thieves thing and Skull and Bones.
That was it.
Or if there was anything else.
Yeah, that's because my push to talk on my joystick is a different keybind, but when I'm like in FPS, the push to talk on that's different.
Oh, really?
So like
That's
you
weird.
guys have been hearing like part of conversation when I was at the seat of the ship, and then nothing when I'm out of the ship.
Ah. I'm just tired of been doing Build and Sally sucking, so I think I just need a break. Well, it could just be the missions you're doing too in the asteroid belts.
Oh. Somebody just tried to run into me.
I didn't do it.
Wasn't me.
You're welcome to join us tomorrow, Grixer, though, if you're on. Or if you're wanting to do some Vulture stuff tonight. I assume this is going to take us a couple hours, though. I'm not entirely sure why they decided to do like a Skull and Bones theme, but they didn't even have like the rating the ships done properly. Because they had it in Black Flag, but they just like completely scrapped the whole idea. I think that was part of their fault too. It's like, oh, hit this button, just get dragged into it. There's several pirate games that have already done that. But supposedly it's like a quadruple A game, so I don't know where all their budget went. Thanks so much for following, by the way. Oh, nav scan works too for the asteroids? I thought you had to be an SCM scan. How many cargo bays have we filled up on the Caterpillar so far?
I'm gotta be on the second one, I would assume at least. Because the first one was pretty full.
See, I haven't seen it since the first one, so hopefully, hopefully we at least put a dent in it so far. Yeah, they did remake the game entirely.
Try to install.
Game that broke my heart is the new Star Wars game by Ubisoft. My nephew and I were so looking forward to it. We had a theory it was going to be another Far Cry clone, like Far Cry, the Star Wars edition, you know. I would have been fine with that and use Far Cry engine, but no, we got some ugly PS3 looking game. I will 100% agree with you. I don't understand how they do like so right in the Far Cry series, and then the Assassin's Creed series they just keep flopping so bad. Or even like the Star Wars thing, that they have a really good thing with Far Cry. You don't have like stupid level system, you go around, you shoot people, and it's still an enjoyable game, but for some reason the other franchise is like, nah, we wouldn't do this. I will be checking out the Star Wars game though, just because I am curious to see how well it's going to do.
Do you have Imperium Galactic Survival?
What's that?
It's a space survival game.
Oh, never even heard of that one.
It's pretty decent. I'm installing it right now.
Is it a new one?
I think I have that one.
I'm installing different various games just to have fun adventures.
After Owl convinced everyone last night, me and Vinny both signed up for the Creation of Ashes game.
I wasn't trying to convince you.
I didn't even know that game existed, and then you brought it up. I was like, oh, look at this.
Not used to as well. Oh no, my friends. Oh, not used to as well.
Hey, it looks good though.
It did look good. That's why I signed up for it. It's like, oh, I didn't even know this game existed, to be honest.
I'm sorry.
It looks like WoW if they would have went with realistic graphics.
Although it's going to be interesting because that game's next beta phase is the exact same time that the new world version game comes out. So I'm curious to see if those two are going to compete against each other, how that works.
I'm installing Dungeon Born, Imperium Galactic Survival, Elite Dangerous, Deep Space Battle Simulator, Warp Space, Hard Space Shipbreaker. All the space games, so I can get these once I get these sticks up and running.
It's Ubisoft. They had so many options. They could have used any Far Cry engine. They could have used Snowdrop, the Division 2 engine, but no, just so sad. Another case of decisions being made by board members who knows nothing about games. And the sad thing is, I know the developers are just angry because they're told to do what the bosses I don't understand. Yeah, I'm still kind of salty about the Division Engine 2, to be honest, though. Like, if you look back on the trailers of what they were claiming the Division was going to look like, and then you look at the game that you got, it's a totally different
Division
game.
2.
Yeah. Like, it looks amazing in the E3 trailers. They claimed like it was in-game stuff, but no, that was a lie. Not even like a close lie, it was like a lie. But it could have been early footage, you never know, maybe they had like a poor optimization. For some reason, all these people who keep posting their game shows, ever since E3 got cancelled, no one knows how to do bitrate, so all their stuff is always choppy and low resolution. So I think that could be why a lot of stuff looks poor. But that could also be why they released Star Wars Bounty Hunter, to try to be like, oh look, this game looks so much better than that one, it just came out. Another Star Wars game. Although it was more of a remaster on PC.
Which is perfectly fine. I'm okay with Bounty Hunter coming back.
I have no faith in EA at all, or Disney Plus, or Disney.
Right.
I mean, EA is the one who innovated the gaming industry to realize that a $70 game is essential.
Then Ubisoft took it over the edge with a $179 game.
Nah, EA is still the king, because they still $70, and then, honestly, I'd be willing to wager that 99.9% of games on the market, their amount of money that they make from selling the initial game is so low compared to the microtransactions that most could be free to play. But they're still trying to get the $70 just to like money grab. Because back in the day it used to be $60 and hardly any microtransactions, a few cool cosmetics. Now they're trying to shove like season passes and the game price being $70.
Right.
Like back in the bullshop thing is awkward. Oh wait. Alright, this is close enough. Well, I'm not giving them any benefit of the doubt. I'm just saying there's a possibility. Because I feel like they do kind of want to have to like prove a point to EA to be like, oh, look at us, we can make a better Star Wars game than you. Or they're just going to, you know, like not care and be like, heh, we have the IP, people are going to buy it regardless.
Be right back.
So another game that I was looking forward to is like Arc 2, but it seems like all information of it's just been erased from the internet. I don't know. They were like super popular with Arc 1, and then the community managers just aren't putting out enough stuff in the game. Because this is what happens when you release information about a game before you're actually ready for it to be public. By the way, you filled up 1.5 so far.
Nice.
Which I think last time a full count up there was like 6 million or something.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I think if you fill all 5 compartments, it's around 7.
Well, we called it a little early last time on the nose. We were like, it's starting to bug out, we're done.
Yeah,
the nose has started to like bounce up and down and go all crazy. The thing with Ubisoft though is they did really good with Avatar. I thought that was a really fun game. So I don't understand how Star Wars isn't going to be like